What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Star Wars Closet. Today we have a new Your Story Matters featuring one of my favorite people, Jongo Fett. Good friend of mine. Met him a few times at a con or two. What an awesome dude. What a great story that he tells. Overcoming adversity, all the things. You've heard these stories before. This one, again, Jongo Fett does a great job. If you do not follow him yet, make sure you do on Instagram and on YouTube. Subscribe to him. Awesome dude. Great content. And one of my fellow Theory Saber affiliates. Love being on that team with him. He's a great guy. So make sure you watch his story. If you are interested in sharing your story on our platform, use the email that is in the description below. And without any further ado, please enjoy the story.
What's up, Star Wars Closet fam? It's Jongo Fett. If you don't know who I am a small creator, been around for about a couple years, and I'm a friend of Star Wars Closet here, and he has been kind enough to ask me to come on and do a episode of Your Story Matters. So I'll share my story with you guys. You'll get to hear a bit about how I got my start and why Star Wars is important to me. So thank you, Star Wars Closet, for having me on, and I hope you guys enjoy. Where should I start? So a couple years ago, before I really started the channel, I didn't really know where to belong, I guess you could say. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know what my purpose in life was. I was just working a 9-to-5 job, and it wasn't anything too crazy. It was just a regular old boring factory job. I don't know, I wasn't looking forward to anything when I got home, and I just kept thinking to myself, is this what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life? I've always had this passion for Star Wars since I was a kid. Since I was 3 years old, my dad showed it to me at that age. I've just loved it ever since. When I was about 18, I'd say 17 actually. It was around the time of COVID, so it was lockdown. I'm an extremely extroverted person. I need people to survive. So when lockdown happened and I didn't have any people, I felt just so alone and shut down. I just fell into this depression, and there was nothing to really help with that, I guess, you know? So I started watching Star Wars Theories videos because I thought, hey, you know, this could be a good opportunity. If I'm stuck inside all day, I can just take this time to learn as much about Star Wars as possible. So I would just binge his videos, and not just that, but the movies and shows and just quite literally anything, Star Wars fan films on YouTube. Everything that I could get my hands on, I was just learning as much as possible, all the lore and everything, and I was having so much fun, and that really helped keep an open mind. That really helped me to not be so lonely and to have something to do. I feel like Star Wars was there for me when I thought nothing else was. Sure, you know, I had my friends online to hang out with, but when I wasn't hanging out with them, I wasn't going to work. It was like, what do I do? So Star Wars was there for me. Yeah, I mean, after I had learned enough about Star Wars, I figured that I would have fun with all that new knowledge, and I would start my own content. And I made a YouTube channel just for fun, just to see, you know, what I could do. I want to share my passion and my knowledge with others, you know, like not even necessarily share the knowledge, but just have fun on the internet, like spin a lightsaber or two and see where it goes, you know? I wasn't expecting to get super famous or anything, but I just wanted to share what I was enjoying with other people, because I knew that there was other people out there that enjoyed it too. I thought it would be nice to get noticed by some of the bigger people like Star Wars Theory, but I never expected it to happen. So yeah, I'm just doing my own thing for about a year and a half, and then Star Wars Theory, my favorite YouTuber of all time, because like I said, he really helped me get through a rough patch. Star Wars Theory was there for me when I didn't really have anybody, you know, whenever I was so depressed and felt alone, and I was going through such an important part of, you know, growth of my life, you know. That's the 18 is like the confusing moment for anybody. It's like, okay, where do I go from here? You know, I just graduated high school. I'll do maybe a gap year. You know, it's kind of deciding whether you want to go to college or not, or just get a job, or you're just figuring out so much with your life, and you're growing so much. Whenever we were all in quarantine, that was just like the worst thing for me, being an extrovert. I just shut down, and watching his videos really helped me to have have something to look forward to. I was learning something, I was having fun, but I also felt like I had a friend, you know, even though I never officially met Star Wars Theory, I felt like I could trust him, you know, like I watched all of his videos, I watched all of his live streams. Nerd Theory was like my favorite thing, and that's what really helped get me through, especially at work. I would listen to those all the time at work. That was really helpful, and I feel like they helped me become the man that I am today. With the things that they talked about, explaining, you know, the difference between right and wrong, how to be respectful, how to share your opinion respectfully and respect other people's opinions, even if you don't like them or they're not necessarily correct. It's okay, because that's their opinion. Theory really helped me in that time, not just to know more about Star Wars, but he was also just a good role model. I really looked up to him, and I still do. He's a great guy, and for all the people out there that say otherwise, watch some of his videos. Seriously, watch his videos or go meet him in person. You'll think otherwise. He's such an amazing, inspiring dude. So then Star Wars Theory decides to release Theory Sabers. He announces the release of his new company. It was very small. It was just starting out. There was only like 3 sabers on the site at the time of when he released it, and he made his Instagram and everything, and I followed that real quick, and I was like, okay, this is really cool. I want to buy some of these sabers and support this, maybe do some reviews, because for those of you that don't know, my very first ever video on YouTube was a lightsaber review, so it's kind of how I got my start, was doing those. So I was like, hey, this YouTuber that I've looked up to for the past 5 years or so. I don't know how long it's been at this point. From when I started watching him to now, I think it's been like 7 years. Been really looking up to him, and I knew that, you know, he was honest and would make such a good product. I really trusted it before it was even out. So I was like, I'm gonna buy one and see how this goes. So from the first review, I was already impressed. It just kept getting better after that. So I had to keep picking up more. And then once the full site was released, I was just obsessed. So I was buying them left and right. And I got my own studio downstairs, literally the room right below me. This is just my bedroom. I set up a little studio so that way I could do unboxings more professionally. Once I started that, Star Wars Theory noticed and decided to just send me a saber as a way to say thank you for doing some reviews. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just freaking out because I'm such a small channel with not even 1,000 subscribers. I was at like maybe 400, 500, something like that. Star Wars Theory messaged me. He reached out to me, and it all came around full circle. Like I was starting to think about that time, you know, in COVID again. Like, this guy, you know, he's not just the person that I watch now. He was the role model that I had for the past 5 years, and he's talking to me. So I was just freaking out. I accepted the saber, I did a review on that, and then I decided to build my own Anakin Skywalker cosplay from there, and it's something I've always wanted to do. So I ended up getting it as movie accurate as I could. There's still some things that I'm trying to work out. It's not done yet, but we're getting there. Then I went to conventions and I saw Theory Sabers there, and I ended up talking to them, and I got affiliated. So officially part of the team. It's just a dream come true. Like, I've always wanted to do what he does, make Star Wars a job. That was just a dream come true, like a dream job. I was like, finally, my job is Star Wars, or one of my jobs, a small job, but still, it's something. You know, I don't necessarily know where I'm gonna go from here. You know, I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm only 22. I've always had this passion for making short films and funny skits and videos with my friends and posting those on YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for a long time. I don't even know how long it's been. Almost as long as Star Wars Theory. I've been on since like 2014 or 15, something like that. You know, my stuff has never been that good. So it was only a couple years ago when I started my Star Wars channel that I really got serious about it and it started going somewhere. But yeah, I've always been passionate about Star Wars and film. You know, so getting into making the movies one day would be an absolute dream come true. I figured I'd have to start somewhere, so I made my own content, and it really, really helped me to not just do the fun thing, making Star Wars one of my jobs, not just a hobby, but a job, because now the place that I'm at, YouTube actually pays me. So this is a job now, which I'm still gonna have fun with it. I'm not putting the money over the, you know, everything that I used to. But it definitely is nice to get a little something, but that's not why I do it. But either way, that makes it more of an official job. So I've now taken my passion and hobbies and turned them into a job. And even though it's small, that's a start. So I'm planning on building that up and maybe making it into the professional movie industry one day. Who knows? That would definitely be nice. So yeah, overall, Star Wars has just helped me to get my start, I guess, and find my place in the world. Because without doing this, without you guys, without my channel, I'd still probably be in that spot of what do I want to do with my life? You know, now I have more of an idea. Now I have a start. Now I have a general direction of where I'm going. I have something to look forward to. At the very least, I have beautiful community of people that like to watch the content that I put out. And I've made so many amazing friends from this. I would say lifelong friends. Star Wars Closet being one of them. So many people I've met at conventions, affiliates for Theory Sabers as well. I'm very, very close to so many. Star Wars Theory himself. I never thought that I would ever get to call him a friend. And here we are. Like, we know each other, you know, personally. And it's just a dream come true. You know, the amount of people that I've met through this, it's really helped me socially. It's really helped my mental health. It's really helped me kind of know where to fit in the world and what I like to do. So Star Wars has, you know, with the help of Star Wars Theory, but that's still Star Wars. Star Wars has just, it's helped me in a bigger way than I can begin to comprehend. And I absolutely love it. But I also do want to say Star Wars is not the reason why I'm healed, because I was depressed. I had depression so bad I didn't even want to be here anymore. I won't get into all that. It's pretty dark, but let's just say I didn't care to be alive anymore. And Star Wars didn't necessarily save my life. It helped. It helped me have something to go to. God ultimately is what helped save my life. He protected me when I was going off the deep end, and when I felt like there was nobody there for me, he was. I've been saved since I was about 6 years old. It was just a really hard point in my life where I was kind of trying to, like I said, figure stuff out, some new stuff. Since turning 18, becoming an adult and having all these new freedoms, I was exploring, and I wanted to see what living life without God was like. So I went down a very terrible path, and he pulled me right back out when I least expected it. When I was at the lowest of my low, God was there for me when nobody else was, or I thought nobody else was, but I was so in my head I didn't want to believe that anybody else actually cared for me. God basically slapped some sense into me, and in a pretty traumatic way, but it helped. Basically, if you're still going through something, if you're out there still suffering with something that you wish was just over, that just means God's not done with you yet. That hard thing that you're going through, that you're experiencing right now, is helping build you into the person that you're meant to be. So don't try and put a period where God put a comma. Just roll with it. Hang in there. You will be okay. I know it sucks, but you'll be able to get through it. Always remember, there are people out there that love you. And when you think that nobody does, God loves you, and he will be there for you. But ultimately, God is the one who helped pull me out of that depression and gave me the joy that I was missing. True joy. There's a difference between happiness and joy, and I have joy through the Lord who gives me strength. So because of that and how strong I am in my faith, I wanted to incorporate him into my channel. So I'm not just a Star Wars channel, but I'm a Christian Star Wars channel. So for those of you that were wondering, it's a safe space for all ages, family channel, and I don't judge anybody. That's not my place. I love everybody for who they are. I might not love your sin, but I love you, regardless of who you are or what you believe. I just thank everybody for watching, because I would not be here where I am without you guys, the people watching, the friends that I've made through Star Wars. And yeah, I feel like it's just really, this whole experience has really just helped turn my life around in ways that I could never have expected it to. That is my story. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really hoping I didn't leave anything out. Very ADHD, so I'm trying to think like, oh, did I forget anything? Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and thank you Star Wars Closet for having me on. Anyways, it is late. It is midnight, so I'm gonna head out, but it was great talking to you guys and getting to tell you just a little bit more about myself. I love you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to Star Wars Closet. Do it. Do it. Use code Star Wars Closet or Closet. I don't know your code, bro. Use code for 10% off of a saber at TheorySabers.com.